Hello! Hi guys! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to another video training that I'm going to be doing all about SEO and growing your website. So I'm so excited to keep doing this. Man, these topics and conversations have been really fun, so I'm thrilled that you've all joined us. If we haven't met already, hello, my name is Charlotte O'Hara, and I am a Squarespace web designer and developer, SEO expert, and online educator, as you can probably tell from these video trainings. And every day I am doing a completely free video training. We're talking all about growing your website and SEO and stuff like that. So yeah, if you haven't already, you can take a look at my website, which is charlotteohara.ca. And on my website, I actually upload all of the replays, so you can go back and browse through the rest of them and take a look at all the other videos, tutorials, and blog posts, and free guides and resources and all that sort of thing. So today's video is going to be a really good one, actually. I love the topic. We're talking all about the biggest wastes of time when it comes to SEO and growing your website. Okay, so biggest waste of times, I know that everyone, in a weird way, we're all at home in the middle of a pandemic, can't really do anything. So we kind of have a lot of time, but at the same point, it's we need to still be using our time efficiently. So this is why I'm excited to go over this topic today, so that you know that if you start working on your website, growing it, doing SEO, that you're not wasting your time, okay? And I have some really exciting news too that I'm gonna be sharing a little bit later towards the end of this live video. So make sure you stick around for it. Or if you're watching the replay, make sure that you stick to the end because it's good. Yeah, so the replay will be available here on Instagram Live for 24 hours. I also upload it to my website, charlotteohara.ca, so you can take a look at it there. And if you have any questions at all throughout this, just feel free to leave them down in, in the comments? Yeah, whatever it is. Okay, so let's get started. So today's video, like I mentioned, we are talking all about the biggest wastes of time when it comes to growing your website and SEO. So wastes of time, this is basically obvious. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's when you're doing something, when you're working on a project or a task or something like that, and it's just not efficient or effective. Okay, so two things, efficient and effective, because you can work really hard on something and devote hours to it, but if it's not really gonna pay off, then you look at it at the end and you're like, what did I just do? I have nothing to show for it. So this is a big thing that I see a lot of times. I'll work with my clients, they come to me and they're like, oh, I tried doing this, no, I spent 5 days straight working on it and I have nothing to show for it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that is unfortunate, basically. So this is good. I'm really excited to get to it today so that you can just see, all right, don't make these mistakes, learn from what, my clients have done, what I've experienced in the past and just kind of seen as really glaring wastes of time, okay? So the very first one that we're going to be talking about here is, is trying to do everything. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the first one. The very first thing that people do as a waste of time is that they try to do everything at once. Okay, so I'm sure if you've ever been on the internet and you've typed in grow your website, you'll get some massive blog post tutorial that has 25 pointers and it's do this, do this, do this, do this. Well, people will go ahead and try to fill out every single one of those and tap them all. And so that kind of jack of all trades, master at none sort of thing. This is really how I feel when people are going about SEO and growing your website from that way. Because if you do everything, you're not going to do anything well. And you're spreading yourself really thin. And so nothing is getting the attention or the focus and the dedication that it really deserves, right? So let's think about that from a growing your website or SEO point of view. So it could come to you spend a little bit of time updating the page descriptions on your Squarespace website, but then you also go through and try to audit your site, and you're trying to update old blog posts, and you're changing your URL structure and setting up redirects and stuff, and you're renaming all of your images and uploading them, compressing, whatever kind of thing. Not to mention, you're probably also doing more advanced strategies like keyword research and incorporating that into your content, and then backlinks and stuff. So if you think about it, if you're trying to do a little bit of all of those sort of things at once, but you're not focused on anything, then no shit, it's gonna flop. Oops. And whatever, I think we're all adults here. I don't expect a child to be watching this and get upset. Anyways, Anyways, so yeah, like that's the biggest waste of time, is that if you just try to do it all at once, like it's not gonna work. Instead, it's better to kind of like come up with a game plan, be like, all right, first I'm gonna do the Squarespace settings, then I'm gonna go through and audit the content, then I'm gonna update the content or change it, do whatever kind of thing. Then you're gonna do this and move on to here. Kind of like make it step by step by step, so that you really are like doing everything in order, giving it the time and the attention that it deserves, so that you can really say like, wow, look, I see the impact from that. Okay, so that's the biggest waste of time to start us off, and it is hands down like the most common one. So if that's you, catch yourself, fix yourself, and like you'll see the effects. Okay, the second point that I wanted to talk about here is, this is a good one here, is when it comes to backlinks, people are going after quantity over quality. Okay, so maybe you're watching this for the first time and you're new to growing your website and SEO, and you're like, Charlotte, what is a backlink? Well, it's pretty easy. A backlink is basically just anytime another website links to yours, okay? And it could be from a guest post that you wrote. It could be someone sharing an article you did in a roundup. It could be like your local chamber of commerce does a profile on your business. It could be kind of like a Q&A feature on a media site, or even like all the way up to a big thing like, let's say Forbes or the New York Times writes an article on you. Like you're gonna get, that's a backlink. It's right. It's anytime another website links to your website. Okay. And backlinks are super important from an SEO point of view, because for a few different reasons. First of all, one of the reasons why backlinks are so important is because you're just kind of saying like, you're signifying to Google and like other search engines that like, hey, this website is legit, because look at all the other legit websites that are linking to it. Okay. And then also they're going to see that, like, let's say if I am a Squarespace SEO expert and, let's say that like an online marketing website or blog or something links back to me, they're going to be like, hey, okay, these are related fields and stuff. And they're going to take note of like the common keywords and, kind of like search traffic that's going between it and stuff like that. So it's really helpful from a couple different points of view. But the main reason why we like backlinks is not only it helps to build your website because you take advantage of all the traffic that already exists on the other website and you're now sending it to yours. So it's a good way to like grow your website. But then also it has major SEO benefits, right? And like helps to do something called domain authority. Basically, it's kind of like a fancy term. You don't really need to know it yet, but it basically means your domain is more legit and has more weight in Google's eyes because it sees that a lot of other websites are linking to you. So the waste of time that comes in here, right? So now you're probably like, like I want some backlinks to my website, and that's good. And you should go after it for sure. It's definitely more of an advanced SEO strategy, but the waste of time is when people are like, okay, I want a backlink on any website, and it could be doing like dumb things like, I say this lovingly, but it's dumb. If you go to a website and like leave a comment and include your URL in like the comment or something, like that's not going to have any weight really, like you don't want to go on like 50 million websites and just put your email in a comment or your website URL in a comment. Like that's not going to help you, right? However, if you get like a feature or they really like post about you or something like that in an organic way, then that's where you're going to see the value. So the waste of time here again is just getting like backlinks that don't serve you, that are a waste of time to kind of like do. Like let's say you go on, I don't know, like a Quora feed or like Reddit and you somehow like leave your URL there or whatever. Like it's not going to be that like helpful. Do you know what I mean? So spend your time getting backlinks that like actually matter, that are relevant to you, that are going to drive the right kind of traffic to your website, and that come from other like comparable or complementary websites. Okay, so think about that too. You don't want to ever pay to get like a link on your website from some like random, link farming site that's based out of like Bangladesh or something. That is something that I've heard that like one of my clients maybe about a month or so ago was like, oh yeah, I like hired this SEO firm and like in retrospect, maybe they were kind of shady, but they got me all these links in like, India and Bangladesh. And I think it did more harm than good. And I'm like, yes, honey, yes, it probably did. So that's the waste of time too. Like if you're going to get a backlink, make sure that it works well for you and that it's like strategic, okay? So that, you're spending all of your time getting these backlinks that actually are going to like help you grow your website and give you SEO benefits. Okay, now let's move on to the third point here. And the third point is that you're not taking advantage of paid traffic. Okay, so paid traffic is huge right now. And let's talk about this, because paid traffic this is a cool conversation, because it's something that I've kind of shifted my position on. Okay, so in the past I used to be like, paid traffic is just like an influx, like it's pay to play, right? You pay money to set up ads, and then those ads drive traffic to your website. And it's great while you're paying for the ads, it's cool. But then after that, the moment you stop, all of that traffic kind of goes away, right? So I used to be like, no. Like focus, play a little bit if you have extra room in your budget. Sure, there's no harm in setting up ads, but I was so gung-ho about like SEO because it's a long-term marketing strategy, and I still am. Like, I think 100% the value of SEO is there. However, when it comes to paid advertising now, during a pandemic, I've kind of switched my mind, because let's say that you are a smaller kind of like local business, you're trying to like, maybe you're like a mom and pop store, or you have like an independent boutique or business or something, and you've never really had to be online before, right? Like maybe you relied in the past on just kind of like local foot traffic or something like that, and now you have to be online and like offer product delivery or like something like that. Or maybe this is a big thing too, I've been dealing with a lot of kind of like trainers or counselors or something who always just did stuff in person, and now they're having to get online and like list their services online and be like, yeah, I can still do Zoom calls, or I can still do a like PT session with you over Zoom or something, and they're having to use their websites in a way that like conveys that, accepts payments and stuff. So this is why I think that it can be really useful to set up paid advertising right now, because it's like I said, it's an influx of traffic to your website. It's a way of getting in front of people and saying like, hey, look, here I am. I'm still doing business. I'm still operational and stuff. And it can kind of keep your business afloat right now in a way that like you might not have needed to do it online before. But the biggest waste of time here is that you go through all the headache of setting up paid advertising and getting it up and running, and then you don't really take advantage of it in the long term. Okay, so that's the biggest mistake, the waste of time here. And so one of the things that I really, really recommend is that you make sure that while you're setting up your website for all this paid traffic to come through, is also make sure that your website is set up to like continue to get these people long term, okay? These visitors, make sure that they're not just like one time coming to your site and that's it. So this is where it's going to be really, really important to do things like setting up your email newsletter, okay? Because if you get them to your website, you drive them to your website, then you get them to join your email newsletter, then that way you can kind of like stay in touch with them much more long term. Or you say, hey, make sure you read all of the other blog posts, or hey, while you're here, take a look at my products and stuff, like get them to stick around. And like that might mean having to reformat your website, but it's a good way that like if you're growing your website in the short term, you want to maintain that over the long term beyond just like the next few weeks or something that you run these ads. So I hope that makes sense there. I think it's a really important point to think about, is the longevity of the website traffic that you're getting, right? Because you're doing long-term SEO, but you're also getting this short influx of traffic, and you want to take advantage of it now and beyond. Okay, and then the last point that I want to say, the biggest waste of time when it comes to growing your website and SEO, can you guess what it is? I bet you might know. I'm gonna say the biggest waste of time is that you just don't even start in the first place. Wow, shocking, right? I know, but really, really, that's a waste of time, right? Because now if you think about it, people are on the internet now more than they ever have been in the past. Like, look at your screen time for your phone. Look at how many hours a day you spend on your laptop and stuff. And like, if you have a website, if you have any sort of online business, whether it's products, services, like a different type of offering, whatever it is, if you're not growing your website and taking advantage of all of these people that are online, you are missing out, okay? Like, take advantage of it, learn these SEO strategies and stuff, like figure out these ways that I'm teaching you to like grow your website. Don't just hear them on these like live video trainings. Take that and actually implement it for yourself, for your clients, because I know a lot of other like web designers and stuff are watching this. So use it for yourself, for others and stuff. Like, strike while the iron is hot, okay? If you know that like people are out there, they need, in a weird way, they need what you have to offer. They're looking for stuff online. And if you don't master SEO, you can't bridge the gap, right? Like if someone's looking for whatever it is that you have online, whether it's your product, your service, your offering, if you haven't set up your website for SEO, even at the most basic level, you're missing out on all of those searches. And I'm not saying this to kind of like instill the fear into you. I'm more saying like, take advantage of this incredible and like unprecedented situation. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. And in fact, like if you play your cards right, you can come out of this like, maybe not on top, but you can come out of this way ahead of where you would have been before. So if you're thinking about like, what do I do with, you know, all the time that I have where I'm just stuck at home, like maybe instead of spending an hour or like 5 hours on Netflix or something, spend one of those hours like a couple times a week and spend it on working on your website to grow it, to master SEO and get all of your ducks kind of lined up so that, yeah, like just so that you can take advantage of it. It's going to be a smart thing for you, like from a numbers point of view, like you can see your website traffic increasing all the time. That's going to relate to higher things like opt-ins to your newsletters, inquiries about your services, product sales, like all of these sorts of things. So if you're thinking about how to spend your time wisely, like, duh, this is a really, really good place to start. Okay, and that actually brings me to the final point that I want to tell you about is that really exciting news, but my online course, Top Squarespace SEO, is opening for enrollment tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And I'm so excited about this. This is my like signature online program that I teach you everything you need to know about SEO. It's me walking you through like using video tutorials, showing you on, you know, like a screen recording exactly what to do, how to work it, what to start on. Like we're going through everything from settings on your Squarespace website to like how to optimize your web page content, how to do keywords, you know, a content strategy and like how to use blogging and stuff like that. And then backlinks, like we talk about everything and it's so good. And the results that my students have had are like honestly incredible. I'm so excited. So doors are opening on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Yeah. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So I'm going to be back here doing another video training tomorrow and kind of doing the like official announcement that like doors are open. But if you go to my website, charlotteohara.ca, you'll see that like pretty much everywhere there's links to the Top Squarespace SEO page. And if you join the wait list, you can get first dibs on it. And when you join, you get actually early bird pricing. So I'm starting all weekend long with early bird pricing. And that means you basically like save $100 and get instant access right away. Like, it's amazing. I'm like so excited for it. And I know, like truly, I know that there's no better time to invest in yourself, your business, your brand, your online website, like whatever, than right now. So yeah, tomorrow morning, Top Squarespace SEO, doors open at 9 a.m. And I'll be back here tomorrow morning with another training. So you can come by and join me for that and like celebrate the announcement, all that sort of thing. So you guys, amazing. I'm so happy that so many of you joined today. It's incredible. We're done for today. Thank you for being here. The replay will be available here on Instagram for the next 24 hours. And then after that, I also always upload the replays to my website, charlotteohara.ca. So you can take a look at today's replay there, all the other replays as well. Make sure you go to my website, charlotteohara.ca, and sign up for the waitlist for Top Squarespace SEO because doors open tomorrow. You will get access to the early bird pricing, which I know you want because like, of course, you want to save $100 right now. Like, who doesn't? And I'm thrilled that you're here, and I can't wait to join you guys tomorrow. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your Junior Friday, and I will see you guys later. Okay? Mwah. Bye.